Welcome. This is James Green's English Classroom. I'm James, and we are here to learn English together, have a conversation. I like to say that we are joining on what we have in common and playing to integrate our differences for the purpose of learning English. So I host this call every day at the same time, 13 Universal Coordinated Time, and it goes at least for 1 hour, sometimes more, and sometimes there are other teachers who come teach different classes. Sometimes it goes on for quite a long time, 6 hours even, but it's at least 1 hour. And the schedule today is that I will be teaching for 2 hours to start, and then Ali Shafak will be teaching a class for 1 hour. I just ask that if you're here, if you're not talking, or if you're not talking in English, I see her, I muted you. Just keep yourself on mute while you're not talking to help each of us understand and hear each other better, especially if you're in a noisy environment. I also ask that you put your country in your name, like I have James, United States. It makes it a little easier to know where people are from if you put your country in your name. I also love it. I love seeing people's faces. I think it's more interesting, fun, connecting to talk to people that I can see. It's not a rule. You don't have to put your camera on, but I do highly encourage you to have your cameras on, even when you're not talking. Sometimes people put their cameras on just when they're talking and then quickly turn their cameras off when they're done talking. But that's very different than speaking and then showing someone that you're listening to them. It's nice to talk to people. It is fun to share and express ourselves, and talking and with people and connecting with people includes both talking and listening. So if you only have your camera on when you are talking to someone and then you go away when you're listening, it creates a very different kind of conversation. So that's enough explanation for me. Let's start. If you want to speak here, you can just say your name, where you're from, and then start speaking. And I like to start with a little bit of news and distractions just to get us here inside the group, see if there's anything getting in the way of us learning together, being together. So does anybody have any news or distractions? News is new information relevant to being here. Distractions are things that are taking your attention away. I have the news, or I like to point out the news of new members or new participants to the call. Bill, welcome. I know Bill, and I think this is the first time you're on our call. So that's new, and I like to name that because I love having people come here, especially people that I know. Welcome. And yeah, so does anybody else have any news or distractions? Silence means no. Then let's start our conversation. Let's join on what we have in common, play to integrate our differences for the purpose of learning English. The floor is open. Who would like to begin? Just say your name, where you're from, and let us know what's on your mind and what you'd like to talk about. Did you want to speak, Eden? Did you know that you're off mute? Eden?
Hello, hello, hi. My name is Aiden. Would you mind if you give me 5 seconds?
You can have as much time as you want. I'm just going to mute you.
Okay.
Is that all right? Yeah, great. Because I heard some movement and things. I thought maybe you wanted to talk. Anybody else want to start?
Hello, Tayyar from Azerbaijan.
Yeah, go ahead, Tayyar. Welcome. Welcome. I mean, you've been coming here now, I think, for a week or two. Is that right?
No, it is almost 1 week, I think.
A month. I'm sorry.
A week. Sorry,
A week. Oh, it is a week.
almost
That's what I
1 week.
thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, I would like to bring a topic to talk about it, if you agree with me.
Let's see. What's the topic?
The topic name is, what's the difference between living in suburban and urban?
Okay. Now, the way we do topics here is because raising a topic, in a way, raising a topic is a little bit like a teacher activity. And I consider myself the teacher in this class when I'm here. And so, and I don't bring a topic, but if you want to bring a topic as a student of English, learning English and practicing talking to people, what I'd like you and everyone to do is not just raise the topic for others to talk about, but for you to start us off talking about that thing you're interested in. So, Tayyar, would you like to tell us your thoughts about the differences between suburban, did you say suburban and city, or suburban and country? Different kinds of
Suburban
living.
and suburban and megapolis city.
Mega city?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Would you like to start us off by talking about that?
Yes, I would like to articulate my ideas. Firstly, I live, as I mentioned before, I am from Azerbaijan, and Azerbaijan has an autonomous republic as well, and I live in that autonomous republic. It is border to 3 countries, Turkey, Iran, and Armenia. Actually, living in my city is neither big nor small city. It is just a normal medium city. And actually, living in urban has plenty of advantage and disadvantage. And living in megapolis also has advantage and disadvantage. For example, all in my country, all headquarters, all main buildings and ministry buildings are located in the capital city, and this is very difficult to reach this city in my country, in my city, because it is, as I mentioned before, it is an autonomous republic, and it is far from Azerbaijan. And then
Tayyar,
yes,
I want to jump in. I want to take this one step at a time, and I want to summarize what I heard from you already. All right?
yes.
Because I'm afraid that if I don't, I might forget. Because you're giving us what I would call encyclopedic knowledge. Encyclopedic information is information. Detailed information, and I don't yet know the connection to you. So encyclopedic information can be difficult to remember if we don't know what meaning it has. So let me first connect to some of the information. You're telling us that you're from Azerbaijan, but you are living in what you call the like Ottoman Empire area, made up of Turkey, Iran, and Armenia. Did I get that?
No, it is autonomous republic.
And I can't understand the word. Are you not Ottoman Republic? What?
It is autonomous republic.
Oh, autonomous.
Yes.
Autonomous. I see. Great. So that's important. That's an important difference. So your Azerbaijan is autonomous in a similar way that Turkey, Iran, and Armenia are autonomous?
No, no. Actually, Azerbaijan has an autonomous republic. Azerbaijan is a republic and it has autonomous republic as well.
Oh, so inside Azerbaijan, there is an autonomous
Yes,
area.
yes.
Ah, okay. Now we're beginning to understand a little bit more. And the area that you live in is not too big of a city, but also not country. It's kind of middle.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you to hold on for a minute. Can you hold on?
Yes.
I'm going to bring the group in a slightly different direction. Just hold on, Tara. I'm not going to drop you. So, Andrea, I see you've brought your conversation into the chat. You're talking about your family, the conditions of your mother. Now, I have made it clear to you and your brother that this group is not a place for having doing text work. In fact, I removed your brother from the group for this reason and related reasons, which is that we have the text spaces, the WhatsApp group, Facebook, Telegram, Discord. We have a lot of text spaces. And you're welcome to engage in the group in text in those spaces. But here, the main focus of the work is in voice. So if you begin to initiate these discussions that like you're doing in text, at the same time that someone like Tayar is talking, it divides the attention of the group. It presents the group with the choice of either staying with Tayar or going into text. Well, I hear you. So you're continuing to talk about your fears about your family. However, I'd like you to take in what I'm saying right now. Are you willing to come into the voice and video aspect of this call? And if not, I'd like you to leave the call and bring yourself into one of the text spaces. Andrea? So you're putting in emojis. You're putting in some kind of like tear emoji. That's not good enough for me. I want to know that you understand me and that you're willing to go along with the way we work here. Otherwise, I'm going to remove you from the call. Andrea, so I don't want to argue about what your name is right now. Whatever your name is. I'm calling you Andrea because your name in Zoom says Andrea.
Her name is Annabelle.
Excuse me, Nani. Nani, would you let me manage this? I'll let you come in just a moment. So I'm going to say it again, Andrea Nadhila, which is the name on your Zoom profile. If you continue to initiate conversations in text, I'm going to remove you. I'm not going to remove you from the whole group. You can continue to work in the text spaces. But if you continue to do what you're doing here, I'm going to remove you. Okay, back to you, Tayar.
Yeah. Can I go on? Can I continue my
Yeah,
speech?
yes, you can continue.
Yes. And I have been living in suburban cities at approximately 1 year. And in suburban, everyone knows each other very well. However, in megapolis, it is impossible to know each other very well. And in megapolis, there are plenty of things to do. However, people sometimes are bored in suburban, and it makes people feel upset.
Sorry, what makes people feel upset? Being born into a city that's too big?
Yes, in suburban, there isn't a lot of things to do, and sometimes it makes people upset.
Oh, in suburbia,
Yes.
in suburbia, there's not enough to do and people get upset, maybe bored there. Got it. Okay. So you've introduced a little bit about where you live, and just like you said, the topic that you're interested in talking about. Would you like to hear now from others who might want to join you on that topic?
Yes, I am done. Anyone
Great.
else?
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to raise your hand, Bill. You can just say your name, where you're from, and then start talking.
My name is Bill and I'm from Australia, and I have listened to what you say, Tayar, and for me, the pace is different between countryside, suburban and city life, where city people progressively get faster and do things quicker and stuff than people in the countryside. So for me, rather than exciting the big city life, I actually find it more stressful. Rather than there's not enough to do in the suburbs, I want more to do, I go to the big city. I actually don't want to go to the big city. I want to go further away from the big city where there's less haste and rush and that sort of thing. Anyone else?
I'm gonna, oh, Yulti, go ahead. Yulti, are you about to speak?
No.
No. Oh, Bill, I'm going to summarize you. I heard you say that you are, you don't like to spend time in the big city. You like to move away from the city as much as possible. Okay. So if you'd like to join Bill, you could summarize Bill like I did, and then talk about your version of the topic, your thoughts. So first we listen, when we check if we've understood, then we bring ourselves in. Would anybody like to try that? What did you hear Bill say? What did you hear Tayar say?
This is Munmi from India. I heard Bill saying he
Talk to Bill. You can talk directly to Bill because you're
Okay,
checking
yeah.
with him.
Yeah, hi Bill.
It's more personal. You see how his face lit up as soon as I said that? He's like, somebody's going to talk to me. it's so much more connecting.
Okay. Yeah. So Bill, I think you love to spend time in countryside. We also talked about it today, and because city life is very busy, isn't it? So
Yes,
you
it
like
is.
peaceful life. You like? Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I
So
do.
same opinion for me. I mean, I don't know. Okay, let me explain. I like both. I want to be in the peaceful life in the countryside. I enjoy it. At the same
So
time,
I'm going to interrupt you, Moonmi, for a second. Now,
yeah.
I just want to point out what happened there was you were summarizing Bill, and then you moved very quickly, almost hard to catch your transition from when you were working to understand Bill to wanting to talk for yourself. And I would encourage you to leave a little bit more of a gap there rather than to rush. We often rush to what we want to say. And also, I wanted to just make it obvious and clear to everyone that now that you're talking for yourself, not working to understand Bill, you're separating from Bill and talking to everyone. So you're not having a one-on-one conversation with Bill anymore. And now you're bringing it to everyone. So go ahead, continue, but just talk to everyone.
Okay. Yes. So yeah, this is for everyone. Yeah. So I like being in peaceful life most of the time, but then again, sometimes I get bored too. I like city life too. 20 years, 14 years back, I used to live in city, and I loved that life, and I never thought of coming back to countryside. Then suddenly, it's so like destiny calls. So I have been here in a countryside for more than 12 years now. Initially, I truly used to cry when I came from city life to here. I used to cry. I don't know how I'm going to adjust to such place. But gradually, I found such peace. I love being here. And now, whenever I go to a city, just for 1 or 2 days, and then after that, I really feel suffocated. I mean, I want to be back in my place. So that happens with me. And one advantage for the countryside is that we always can go wherever we want. But the city, I mean, once people, uh, you know, those people who are in city, they don't get that opportunity to be connected with nature, which is an advantage for people who live in countryside. And I feel people in countryside, they care for each other more. They understand, they get time to understand people, which is not happen in city life, because everyone is busy in their own life. No one is concerned about others. But in countryside, village, that is not the case. We care for others. Now, yeah, I'm alone here, but whenever I call someone or get help, everyone will run for me. So I find it really very, caring kind of family. I mean, there is no relation, but still they care for me. I like people or that atmosphere of countryside. Thank you. Anyone else?
You like an atmosphere where people care for each other, even if they're not related by blood. And you don't get that in the city. You started off feeling like it was not the place you wanted to be, that it was very isolating in the country, but then you've really found a lot of the benefits of being there. Would anyone else like to try what I did and summarize Moonmi and then bring your version in? Say what you heard.
Nargis from Azerbaijan tried to summarize what Mami said.
Hmm.
As far as I understood, she used to like the city life more.
Talk to Munmi. Talk directly to Munmi. You can say,
Okay,
yeah.
Mami. Yeah, if I understood you correctly, you used to like city life more compared to village and rural areas, but you had to move to the countryside, and you felt difficulty in adapting to that new conditions, but you get used, and after getting used, you actually you started liking it. Now you love it, and you find the people there more caring compared to those in cities, and the atmosphere maybe more relaxing, calming, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I think I do agree with you about the people. But I can say that I still prefer city life. I think the only advantages of village and rural areas for me, maybe the fresh air, the food more organic, and the life may be more healthy. But still, I love the life in cities. The comfort that it brings, because everything is so. Maybe it is only. Maybe it is not the same in all countries, but in countries that I'm living in cities, it is life is much more convenient than in villages. So good educational centers, good medical centers are all so close and easy to access, and entertainment and everything. So I do prefer city life. That's all. Anyone else?
If you're just joining us, take a little time to just come into the group and listen to one or two people speak to get an idea of the mood and the topic in the room. And then if you're ready, feel free to come in, say your name, where you're from, and then speak. And if you can, try to join the topic. Rama, did you want to say something?
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
Oh.
Sorry.
Rahim, you're texting that you'd like a chance to speak. You could speak right now. Would you like to speak right now? Or are you waiting for something else to happen before you want to talk?
I need to listen to all the people first here because I just came in.
Great. So then do that. Take a moment to just listen and get acquainted with the group and the room right now. Sure.
This is Yassine.
Yassine from Morocco. Good to see you.
Thanks, James. Hello, and hello, everyone. I would like to summarize a little bit. Bill, then Munmi, then Nargis. Yeah.
Would you?
So Bill.
Okay. You're kind of going in reverse order. Okay. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah. So Bill and Munmi, they mentioned some of the advantages of being
actually. So now you're doing two people at a time, and that's different than doing in reverse order and also doing the last person. So I don't know if you're aware, but these differences actually make a difference. Would you try what I'm suggesting and start with the last person who spoke,
Last
Nargiz?
one.
Yeah, because
Yes.
we've already gotten Bill in, we've already gotten Moonmi in, and it might be redundant to do it again. It's not the worst thing in the world, but maybe let's start step one, just the last person.
Okay, then I would like to summarize Nargis. She said she prefer more living.
Talk to
in
Nargiz
cities.
directly.
Of course, Nargis, yeah. So you spoke, Nargis, about living in the cities. You prefer more being in a city than the countryside because there are more facilities there. And speaking about, you spoke about, let's say, infrastructures more than the countryside. I do agree with you.
So there's the jump from working to understand. Now you skip the part about checking with Nargiz. Give yourself a moment to check with Nargiz and then to take in the check, the confirmation.
Sure. Yeah. So that's it, Nargis. Am I correct?
Yes, you are. That was what I meant.
Good. Thank you. Then I will jump in now and say my version. Yeah, I do agree with Nargis. And I want to mention one example here in Morocco. In, let's say, in rural areas, there are many difficulties people face, especially during, let's say, winter. During winter, when the weather gets cold, and many people actually suffer from many difficulties. There are no close hospitals, for example, and you can imagine if a pregnant woman, the hospital is far away from the countryside, and it's difficult for a pregnant woman to, to give a birth, for example, of a baby. This is one example, but on the other hand, sometimes, with everyday life, we forget to reflect a little bit about ourselves, the way we are living. And I would like to give you just one example. You stop a little and try to look at the sky at night. You are in the city during everyday life. Do you step a little sometimes and you take a look at the sky, especially at nights? Maybe all of us forget to do this. And being in a countryside, actually, it gives us the opportunity to reflect a little bit on nature. And I like a lot look at the sky at night on the countryside. I'm speaking about the countryside. What a beautiful view, especially in summer, And I am lucky because there are many relatives that are living in the countryside. I sometimes go there and spend some wonderful time with them. Anyone else?
This is Khan. This is Khan from Bangladesh. So, Mr. Yasin, you exactly said to us about countryside, like that. In countryside has so many disadvantages and also so many advantages, like that. In the nighttime, you can see moonshine or something like that you shared with us. And the disadvantage was about a pregnant, exactly, the hospital so far from the countryside. So you were talking about that. Is it so that I I mean, is it so that I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Good job, Khan.
Well, so now I would like to explain something about my countryside. Exactly, I'm Joel here. So yeah, that earlier Mr. Yasin said to me, hospital is so far, and as well as including time, we just facing so many problem, and education system is very bad. You can say in countryside like that. We haven't any physical therapy here like that in science case. We need to some basic thing that physically we have to know, but like that a dead body or something like that, how to cut the dead body, how to just sew the dead body. So exactly we don't get this kind of opportunity here.
One moment, Khan.
You can say totally bad.
One moment,
and
one moment, Khan. I'm
I like
sorry.
most
Hold on.
in my countryside.
Khan, can you hear me?
Here is so
Khan,
many.
can you hear me?
Yep.
Khan, can you hear me? One moment, Khan.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. I can hear you.
One moment, Khan.
Yep.
Annabelle. So
take your time.
Annabelle, you're coming in again in the text, and I don't know if you can hear me. I didn't really get an acknowledgement before from what I said. So I'm going to write something in the text.
Bring your issue to Arnold, please bring your.
So I'm saying, Annabelle, please bring your issue to a text group. If you continue here, I'm going to remove you. This call is for voice and video. I don't know why you're in the hospital. I'd like to address that elsewhere. If you're having an emergency, I hope you have someone you can reach out to for an emergency, but I don't want to split the call now if you can't use voice, and I believe you can't use voice. So this is a voice and video call. Back to you, Khan.
Okay. I'm sorry, James. I thought that is that for me.
No.
So I just little
No.
bit upset. What?
No, it's not.
I mean,
it's
did I
not.
do any mistake? Or,
No, it's not for you at all. It's not for you at all. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Please continue, Khan.
Well, so yep. So I like most in my countryside. So many nature here, like that. We can get some fresh fruit or meal here, but the main reason hospital, education, and rainy season we just face so many flood over there. So that is the problem in my countryside. Anybody else would like to elaborate on me?
This is Muhammad from Palestine. You, Khan, said that you live in a countryside and you suffer from lack of facilities like hospitals. And you mentioned if someone is dead and you want to cut his body. To be honest, I didn't understand this part, but I've heard you saying cutting the body. And yeah, life in the countryside is difficult for you, and you believe it's better to live in the city side. Is that right, Khan?
Well, the main reason you didn't catch me exactly the body. I say we exactly education system is very bad like that. we haven't any practical source here that we can learn something like that, a body like that, a dead body, how to cut or slide that body, and how to see you exactly in science group case or human. We have so many practical, but for bad education system, for bad govern, we don't get. So overall, you are okay. I mean, it's understandable for me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for clarification, by the way. Yeah. Now I'll talk about my perspective. I live in a countryside, and I actually find it very beautiful and interesting here. I'm enjoying it. The things that I enjoy most in the countryside is calmness, quietness. Like the place is so quiet. I can enjoy the nature, voice of birds, these things. And I don't live far away from the city. It's like maybe 15 to 20 minutes away from me. I go there like almost every week to buy stuff like vegetables, things to eat, and those things. I believe it's not bad to live in the city, but it's for me, it's maybe distracting. It distracts me as I'm a kind of a person who likes to be in a quiet place. I don't like noisy places, crowded places. Yeah, I hate that stuff. Anyone else?
This is Munmi. James, can I
This is Manoj.
say again?
What do you think, Munmi? Do you think it is useful to speak again for the group, not just for you, but for the group?
Okay, I'm giving to others.
Oh, so.
This is Amy.
Well, 1 second, Amira. 1 second, Amira. So, does that mean you don't think it's useful? Or well, hold on, Munmi. Have you decided for yourself that it would be better to hear from others, or are you just are you going along with me? Do you think that I want you not to speak?
I want to hear others also. At the same time, I wanted to speak to Muhammad.
Okay, so now you're in the middle. You're not making a decision. You want both, and that's. I want you to choose one or the other.
I want to speak to Muhammad.
All right, go ahead. And is that because you think it's also useful for the group, or is it just you who wants to speak to Muhammad and you think the group can go to hell?
Maybe I think I was not clear what I was saying earlier. I will be able to make it clear.
Okay. You think it would be helpful for the whole group to understand what you were really saying. All right, go ahead.
Thank you. So Muhammad, you said you love to stay in, you are living in countryside and you are enjoying countryside, the voice of birds, the peaceful, the calmness. And at the same time, you are city is just 20 minutes away from your place. So anytime you can go, weekly you go there and buy all the necessities and all, or whatever you do. Is that right?
Yeah, sure. 100% right.
Okay. Thank you. So now I'm talking to the group. Yes, I also agree with Muhammad. So my situation is same. I'm living in a village because I stay in a township of thermal power project, and here thermal power projects are always in a isolated place located in, and the city is also it's not that I'm completely away from city life. I also enjoy city life. In fact, sometimes daily and sometimes alternate day I go there. It is also 20 minutes away from my place. Like Bill said, Bill cannot stay away from chicken, KFC he likes. So we are also fond of KFC. So every alternate day we go and jump there. We have pizza. So I'm enjoying both life. So for me, it's I enjoy living in countryside, and at the same time, I have all the opportunities, facilities I get available in city life. So that's all. Thank you. Anyone else?
I want to throw in my version, so because I just can't resist. I'm from New York City, but I have lived in two smaller cities in the last 20 years, a smaller city in Japan and a smaller city in New York State called Syracuse. And I always laugh because when I'm in these smaller cities, I always meet people who think that this is too big of a city. And they say to me, yeah, I can't take it in this city. It's too big. And I'm always like, I feel like I'm looking at a Martian, like, oh, this is too small for you. It's interesting because I would prefer to be in the middle of Manhattan at Times Square on, in the 60th floor of one of those apartment buildings. That's for me. Or even in Tokyo. I love Tokyo. I really like being in a big city, and like when I look out my window here in this city, I expect to see like tumbleweeds rolling by, just like barrels of hay kind of moving through the street instead of cars. Back to you.
This is Amira from Libya. So hard to paraphrase James, but I will try.
I'll work with you.
Okay. You live. You are from New York and living into small city in Japan and small city in United States. But you like it in the center of New York because a lot of moving, a lot of energy maybe, and you like the building around 60.
Yeah. I miss all the sounds of the city, the jackhammers breaking up concrete, yes. The giant garbage trucks rolling on by in the middle of the night, car alarms just blaring incessantly, horns honking, taxi drivers honking, people yelling, the trains rumbling.
Yeah. A lot of noisy.
You can't hear somebody right next to you. That to me is very comforting.
Yeah. Yeah. So for I'm right, or you?
Yeah. You're good enough, Amira. Sure.
Okay. So for my side, I live in the city. It is the name of my city, Benghazi. I think my country, Libya, is different from others because we have a lot of city and a lot of small city, very beautiful at all. But for me, I can't live outside Benghazi because it is a very beautiful city. And maybe after the next 10 years in the future, I go to the village because we have a lot of village, very natural environment. But now, no, because my work here, my children, the schools and hospital and the education priority in the city more than in the village. And yeah, that's it from my side. Anyone else?
Hi, Rahma speaking.
From Mauritania. No.
Uganda, not
Uganda. Uganda.
Yeah. My version of the city is two-way. I love the city because it's where I've grown up from. Most of the time I'm in the city. But due to noise, I love the noise, but again, I love a quiet environment. So what I usually do is I move in the city late night. So you would call me a late night wizard because it's much more peaceful when people are done with work and shops are closing. So you have the city to yourself. Yeah, that's it. Anyone else?
I'm Prasanna from India. What Rahma said, she loved the city where she was born, and she loved to be there. That's all I understood. Is that so, Rahma? Rahma?
Yes, sure.
Anything else? Did you say that much only?
No. Don't pull her out. She said yes. You don't want to pull her out. She'll let you know if you missed something. Don't tell her, oh, you missed something. Tell me more. So she said yes. Go with that.
Okay. I'm from India, and my state is Kerala. It is a 100% literate state. It's a small land on the southern side of India. My view is I was born in a small district in Kerala, but after that, I came to a city called Kozhikode, where the most thickly populated state in our places where I live. But I love the place being in the city because the opportunities are very great. There is no urban area like all over Kerala. I don't think that it is very rural area is not there. Most of the villages have developed and all the facilities for education and hospital facilities are there in Kerala. So there is no infrastructure of hospitals. Education system is very good all over our state, and our state is 100% literate. That's all I had to tell about my state and I love to be in the city because everything is available in the city compared to rural area. But rural area is not there in our place, but most of the area are developed. It's a developing state. That's all I had to talk about. Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you.
Now, I just want to say, because I see that there are some people here who are here for the first time, and you might not know what's going on. So welcome. If you're here for the first time, I'm James. This is James Green's English Classroom, and we're having a conversation. You can come in whenever you see that there's a break. Somebody will stop talking. They say usually anyone else. That means they're finished talking and somebody else can jump in. If you want to speak, you can just say your name, your country, and then start speaking. So back to the group. If you're new here and you're listening and you'd like to speak, you can do that. Or anyone else who's been listening and wants to join the conversation. We've been talking about the difference between living in the country and living in the city. You can join that. If you have something else you want to talk about, you can bring in a different topic. You don't have to join the topic that's going on. Just before you change the topic, you would ask the group. So you'd say, I'd like to change the topic. Is that okay? And then the group will tell you, hold on, we want to talk about this a little bit more, or no, go ahead, change the topic. So back to you.
Okay.
Aisha,
This is
hello. Aisha from Indonesia.
I saw, yeah.
Aisha from
Go
Indonesia.
ahead. Yeah, we can hear you, Aisha from Indonesia. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much for the chance to speak. Well, talking about which before I want to leave. Well, honestly, I'm such kind of introvert person, and I prefer living in the countryside. But after I try to improve my living and try to get a better job, and then I moved to the city that is I think this is the biggest city, and I find a good job in the big city. This is Jakarta, the place that where I live now. And but during these times, I feel so it's not quite enjoyable because I used to live in a peaceful place where I can hear any bird sings or cricket sings, and sometimes it's quiet. There's no crowded at all, and we got some it's really peaceful place that I live in. But after I lived in the big city that is Jakarta, and I have to adapt my everything's about my living, and I have to just like rush hours. I have to face the rush hour. I have to face any traffic jams that I ever never got in the countryside that where I live used to. And so this is I get some kind of this problems perhaps. So but during this time passing through, I used to live in this big city because there are many things that I can experience, just like about any knowledge that I can get easily through this any institutions. So there are so many people that can share any beautiful things or experience that can I inspiring from them. So from now, I try to enjoy my life in the big city, even though sometimes I get so depressed when I go to my work because I have to go to so early because if I come late or wake up late, so I will cannot catch any bus or any transportation because it's quiet, just like a rush hour that sometimes I can't handle it and I feel so depressed. So the first thing that I have to do is one lesson that I can experience from this what I experience living in the big city, that is I have to manage my times as good as possible, because in the big city time is money, because every single thing is so precious. The time is so precious, so I have to take it the most. And that's my experience living in the big city. And okay, that's all. Anybody else?
Hello, everyone. I would like to introduce myself. This is my first time here. My name is Natalie. I'm from Ukraine, and really enjoy listening to your to this video. What you share when you sharing your thoughts. It's so interesting to know different points of view. I prefer to try both, to live in a city and in village, and to I'm sorry, I'm here. So, but when you have children, I think it's better to live in the countryside because they have more fresh air. They can go for a walk to the forest, to the different places in nature. They can eat berries and gather mushrooms and different stuff. So, and the most important thing, who surrounds you. Like if you have good neighbors, that means a lot. So that's it, my short answer. I'm happy to be here.
I need to step away for a minute. Can one of the co-hosts just hold the call for me? Ahmed? Yeah, please continue. I'll be right back.
Okay. Anyone else?
This is Amira.
Go ahead,
Amira. Yeah, can I change the topic? If that's okay. Okay. So
change the topic.
Okay. Yeah, change the topic.
We must have the. Okay, no problem.
Ask the whole group if okay. Change the topic. Thumb up.
Group, Amira.
Okay,
Yeah.
asking the group.
I want. Okay. Hi guys. I want to change the topic. If that's okay, thumb up, please.
Okay,
It's
go ahead.
okay.
It's okay.
Go
Raise
ahead.
the hands up. I support Amira.
Actually, I support Amira.
Me too. I saw
Yeah.
Gary from ARC. Okay.
Oh, what's going on?
Hi, James. I'm going to change the topic and ask the group to. I want to change the topic.
Great.
So already the groups that's okay. Say okay, and now we start to change the topic. I want to talk about drug addiction in my country. Nowadays, a lot of I'm so sorry to say that kids now start to the drug addiction. A lot of drug coming here from my side. I don't know why, but you know, and nowadays adults and child like teenager going to smoke and drug addiction, and very very terrible situation happened here. A lot of guys suicide, and a lot of problem here coming from outside my country. Anyone else?
Amira, would you let us know the feeling that you have related to all the drug addiction and people committing suicide and creating problems in your society?
I'm very sad because you know, 1 month a lot of doctors drug addiction and missed a lot of doctor here from my side. So I'm very sad because what happened, because Libya, it is not like this before that. Yeah, I hope the next year maybe the drugs stop coming from outside, and maybe the situation in my country more better, because I have a children and I'm afraid to going in the same way. Anyone else?
So I'll do it from Iraq.
Hello. Hello, this is Yasser.
Okay, so a few people want to talk at the same time. I heard Aso and Yasir and Juan and someone else?
Manoj. This is Khan.
Manoj and Khan. So 5 people want to talk at the same time. How can we determine who goes first? What criteria do you want to propose for who speaks first? Only one person can talk at a time.
You choose.
You want me to choose? Okay, that's one possibility.
Ladies first.
Ladies first, that's another possibility. So
there was no lady there.
now the thing is so people are so I want you to follow my lead again. Every time you speak, say your name and where you're from, because I don't I'm not finished. Hold on a second. So I don't know who threw out the criteria of ladies first. I don't think it was one of those 5 people who wanted to talk. I'm actually asking something very specific, which is, Of the 5 people who want to talk, what is the criteria that you want to use among yourselves? Say your name and where you're from, and then tell me the criteria of who's going to talk first. Ah, I have silenced you.
May I?
We have a 6th person joining. Again, not telling me who they are and where they're from or following my instructions, but just saying whatever the hell they want.
This is Hassan from Turkey.
What is your criteria, Hassan?
Okay, the person who starts his word by saying his name and country can start first.
Okay, so, and who is that? You?
Now, unfortunately, I couldn't pay attention to anyone.
Oh, then
I'm
I don't
working.
understand your criteria. You said your name and country. We have a
No, you were,
misunderstanding.
you were talking about the possibilities about who should have started first.
Yeah,
I
but
said-
you're proposing criteria for others. Now you're telling me you don't want to talk. So what I actually want is I want someone who wants to talk to present the criteria. Because if you present criteria for others, well, why should they listen to you? They want you to listen to them.
Exactly.
Soldier from Iraq.
What's your criteria, Aso?
Well, me and Yasser were we talk together at the same time. So
That's a fact, but that's not the answer to my question, which is what is the criteria for who talks first?
Can I suggest?
You can suggest if you say your name and where you're from, GY. Lots of energy, lots of energy.
I mean, GY.
Now 8 people want to talk at once. Okay, so yeah, GY from?
Okay. From the Philippines.
From the Philippines.
Okay, my suggestion is the first person who will speak first will be based on their first letter of their name in the alphabet. Maybe like if Aso is letter A, then
so Aso is A, she would speak first.
yes.
Say anyone else, GY.
Anyone else?
This is Khan. Can I say something?
Can you join GY?
Yeah. This is Khan from Bangladesh.
Can you summarize GY's criteria?
Oh, exactly. GY said to us who just had first respond, so the floor would be her or him, like that.
No, you missed something important.
May I
This
say
is Amira
something?
from Libya.
Amira from Libya, I heard you. Can you
Yeah.
can you reflect GY and join GY?
Yes. GY said about what happened in the fact, 2 people at the same time, in the same way. James rules say names and from where. And GY preferred to other opportunity about choose between 2 person as alphabetic. A first because ASO. I'm right, GY?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So is it okay for everyone to follow that?
Well, no, the question is not everyone. Let's see if one person can follow it. So, Amira, go ahead.
I think start now, from now, return back to the topic and anyone else.
Yes,
So hold on a second, Sawa. So
Okay.
Amira, you're doing what Hassan did. You're kind of just reflecting GY and you're not coming in.
No, because I put it the topic.
You didn't.
I put
You did, no, you didn't put the topic. You reflected GY and then you didn't build.
I'm reflected GY and already put it the drug abuse in my
No,
country.
no,
This is the
no.
Okay.
We're past drug abuse. Some things have happened since then. You're going backwards. I'm saying, can you stay here with what just happened?
Yeah, so that's happened.
And
GY.
Amira, take in what I'm saying. Slow down, right? Instead of going backwards, can you stay with where we are? And if you're really going to continue, you're going to move the topic forward. You're going to speak. What you're doing is something different. You're telling other people to speak about what you want them to speak about, which is different than you speaking about what you want to speak about. It comes up a lot. It comes up a lot. We do it a lot. We kind of nudge each other. You talk, do it. It will be different. You know, if you want to continue the conversation, either you do it or you let other people work. But if you tell them what to do, I don't think it's going to work out very well.
Okay, I understand.
What do you understand?
I understand that's the wrong way to.
What is the wrong way? What is that?
To put it or encourage the people to talk about my topic rather than to go to the put it the same any topic or something like this, or I'm wrong?
There's a lot of energy for your topic, Amira. See, what's happening right now, Amira, you don't realize it, but you're stopping them from talking about your topic. And I'm kind of joining you because it's coming up, but you're actually stopping people from talking about your topic. There's like 6 or 8 people who want to join you, and you're coming in and saying, do it, but that's getting in the way of them doing it.
Okay, so anyone else?
A soldier from Iraq. May I share?
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm before. Yeah, I said before that. Yeah.
It's okay.
So Aso and Sawa now. Aso and Sawa. So what's the criteria? Are you going with the alphabetical order or not?
Yes, yes, okay.
I will be the last.
You didn't what?
With the alphabet, I will be the last.
Yeah, so does that
Wait a
mean you're not
second,
going?
next.
Maybe you don't like this criteria. The thing is, sometimes we don't like something personally, but it might be in the best interest of the group. So what do you think, Sawa? Do you think it's bad just for you personally because you have a letter that comes later in the alphabet? Or do you think it's might work for the group?
Yeah, it's good for the group and everyone. If I talk to the last.
Say anyone
Okay,
else.
but
Say anyone else, Sawa.
no, I would say
No.
something.
Oh, but you said it's good if you go last for the group. You want to keep talking. You're not in the beginning of the alphabet.
Yeah.
No.
I said ladies first.
Ladies first. But I think Aso is a lady, Sawa. So you're based on your own criteria. It's not working.
It's returned to me. Okay.
No, I don't think it's returning to you.
I'll
think
wait,
you.
I'll wait.
I can see that you want it to return to you, but you're doing it in such a way that you're making it. It's not going to return to you. So you let's. You're wrapping yourself up in tangles, and it's fine because you get to see what it's like. But
Sir, I will be also.
Oh, we've got more energy. Look at all this energy coming in. So much energy, people wanting to talk.
Sir, I will be also in the last one.
Excuse me. My name is not Sir, and I don't think your name is Sir either. I don't see anybody's name here being Sir. What is your name, and where are you from? I have silenced another one. Who can follow my lead?
Back to me.
Okay, who is me?
Aso Jory.
From Iraq.
Yes. Talking about the topic of Amira that she has just suggested about the drug addiction, but it is a great topic to talk about because
Aso,
yes.
slow down, because you might miss the beautiful little energy that is coming in right now. There's a lot of excitement and energy in the group. And I'm just going to mute you, Nathan, because I don't think you want to talk. I hear some noise there. Can you reflect Salwa? Salwa said something. And I don't know.
She
do you
said
wanna...
that she want to share before me, and she want to talk about the same
talk to
topic.
Salwa. Don't be afraid of Salwa. Talk directly to her.
Okay.
I want to
not
tell
get
him.
a fight.
Now, Salwa, hold on, Salwa. Hold on.
James, I see you creating problems and
You
fighting.
see me as creating problems. Great. I love creating problems. That's my favorite hobby. So talk to Salwa. Tell Salwa what you heard. And Salwa, if you can contain your energy, just let her try to understand you.
She refused the criteria that Amira has just suggested because
talk to Salwa. Talk to her.
Yes.
Say you.
Yes, Salwa, I'm talking to you now. You said that you don't like the criteria that has just suggested by Amira, that the one who is gonna share is returning to his the alphabetic order. So in that way, I would be the one who would first share before you, as my name starts with the letter A, and you would be the next, maybe, or maybe you won't share today. I don't know.
What do you Salwa, what do you think? Did Aso get you? Did Aso understand?
No. First of all, I said ladies first. Okay, I know Asu as a lady and Amira as a lady. Yeah, I just joking that I'll be the last because my letter, I'll change it to A. I'll name it as Salwa, not Salwa.
I didn't hear that before. That's new. See if you can just get understood on what you've already said.
Yeah.
Okay, try that, Aso. What did you hear now from Salwa?
She accept what I just said. She agreed with me.
Talk to her.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
kill you also.
Salwa,
would be amazing.
Salwa, let her try to understand you. She's working to understand you. Give her a chance.
Yeah. But you said
that
you can hear.
So you're arguing with me now, Salwa. Salwa, you're arguing with me.
No. I got.
No, yes you are. Yes you are. I love that's my favorite kind of argument, when someone says, no, I'm not arguing. Yes, you are arguing, and it's not an argument. Yes, it is an argument. No, it's not an argument. That's my favorite.
I can't.
Salwa, let Aso give Aso a chance to hear you.
Yes. So she refused. I mean, you, Salwa, refusing my idea to start first because you feel kind of frustrated because of this bad criteria, and it seems to be your bad day, I guess. This is not your perfect day.
What do you think, Salwa? What do you think, Salwa?
No, I'm not that bad.
Okay.
Not even.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. James, every one of us want to talk to you. Is it a big problem?
Salwa. So you're not working along with me. Aso is trying to understand you, and then if she understood you, she's gonna speak. So you said no, but your job, Salwa, your job as someone who's speaking is to get them to understand you, not add more information when you already know they didn't understand what you said in the first place. If you keep adding more and more, and they say, I don't understand, and then you give more and new information and you're just making it harder and harder and harder and harder for someone to understand you. So don't do that. Instead, get clear, center yourself, figure out what it is that you really want Aso to know. And if she understood you, tell her. If she didn't understand you, tell her what you want her to know, and then she's going to try, and then she's going to talk. You're not going to talk forever.
Okay. She can talk now.
No.
She understands.
So do you agree
Okay,
with
she
my,
got you. No,
no.
Aso.
Okay.
She was giving you. Don't pull it back. You're pulling it back. She just told you understood her, Aso. Take that in.
Okay.
Now separate, Aso. Separate from Salwa and speak to the group.
Okay, so we're returning to my version, right?
Salwa, you're done. You're done.
Okay.
You're done. You're finished.
Zip
it. You're done. You're done.
Okay, I mute myself.
No. Yeah, maybe good idea. Go ahead, Aso.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, talking about the topic of Amira, as I just said before, the addiction of drugs. So it is a great problem to talk about, that the society everywhere, not only in her country, suffers from, even if it is with different levels. Maybe her country suffers a lot from this, and it became a kind of common problem in her society. Talking about these kind of persons, we need to know the circumstances that they make them commit this bad act of getting addicted to drugs. So first of all, the important issue to know is that the parents. Yes.
May I interrupt you?
Yes, of course.
You did a beautiful piece of work just a moment ago. You worked through the criteria, a lot of energy in the group, 10 people wanted to talk at the same time. You worked through that. You summarized, you understood enough, and then you got you created for yourself the opportunity to speak in the group and have the group listen to you. Would you take that in? What is that like? What is it like to work in the group, to work in the way the group works, to navigate that, what I think is a little bit challenging, and still bring your voice in and stay focused on the topic you want to talk about? What's that like?
It is hard because there are many who want to speak, and it is kind of
I know
sometimes.
I know it's hard. However, you still did it. Even though it was hard, you managed to do it successfully.
Thank you so much, because I just keep focusing, and I work as if all my organs just focusing on the topic and not missing that and feel distracted by the others.
Yeah. How does it feel to be able to focus and not get distracted and to succeed?
Well, it is something by the nature comes to keep focusing and never miss the aim of the topic you are talking about.
All right. That is the explanation.
To separate my intention, to separate my hearing from the distraction, just keep focusing on my turn and the other one who is speaking.
I know.
Giving attention to the other.
Yeah, that's how you did it. That's how. So
yes.
Kind of. So hold on. So you're not taking in what I'm saying, and you're not taking in your experience. That's kind of the explanation of how you did it. But I'm asking you a question which is a little different. How does it feel to be successful? What is the amazing feeling?
Yeah. Because you can get what the others want from you.
Just let yourself feel that. Just let yourself have your amazing feeling. You don't have to talk about it. That's what I just wanted you to take a moment, because you succeeded and then you moved so quickly back to the topic of drugs. I didn't want you to miss what you had done, the little piece of work that you had done in the group, because I thought it was really precious. I didn't want the group to lose that.
Thank you so much for your nice words describing my way of focusing on the topic and managing holding this and keep talking about the same issue without distraction.
You're welcome. So back to you, Aso. If you want to continue it, go ahead.
Yes. So I said that it is a big problem because we need to know the reasons behind those maybe teenagers who go and tend to commit this kind of bad act, which is very harmful to their body, and in the other way, it is harmful for their parents to know that they're one of their the family members commits such a bad act. So it would be a bad reputation for the parents and for the whole family.
Aso,
yes.
I'm going to interrupt you again, if that's all right. So yes. I wonder, can you join on Amira? Amira is sad. What is the meaning of this topic to you? Are you also joining her on being sad about people destroying their lives and their societies with drugs?
Yes, it is got a great impact on distracting the destruction of the society, because those who being addicted to drugs or alcohol, they would be unconscious and not in their normal case of thinking like any other human. They would be in an abnormal state of thinking. They can't, they maybe commit crimes, they maybe kill somebody, or doing any other violent acts harmful to themselves and to the others as well. They may become a suicide without knowing that they are creating, getting themselves to their final destination, as we say. So it is something that need something to be taken from the government and the parents, as well as to talk to those teenagers in their earlier ages, and give them some guidance tips to be followed in the future, and maybe to give them instructions and tell them to be aware of their of such friends, bad friends, because friendship is an important thing to be monitored as well as the parents' role. And even as
Aso?
Yes.
Do you notice that you're speaking without even pausing or taking a breath? You're making like an extremely long run-on sentence without pausing. Would you just pause for a moment, so that you're not thinking out loud, but that you know that what you're saying is important to be understood?
Yes.
Now, you've said quite a bit already. Do you think it's good enough for now? Or is there something important that you still have not told the group?
Yes, I just wanted to add another information, is that the government should make a conference or awareness advertisement.
I'm just going to check again. Is it important to your message? I know you said you just want to say it, but is it important?
Yes, it is important.
Okay, then say it. No. Go ahead.
Yes. So I said that the government should play a great role in that issue by making or holding lectures inside schools, making conferences by using the social media, internet, or TV by using the press for giving the bad results of drugs addiction, and how would be that person would be would end the rest of his life maybe in jail with those bad people who will be punished severe punishment by the government in the end. That's it.
Okay, anyone else?
Anyone else?
Hi, I'm GY from the Philippines. So Aso said a lot of things about drug addiction, and to add from that, I think that drugs really destroy family. It can destroy yourself. It can destroy relationships, because the way drug addict thinks is different from a normal people think. You know, sometimes they can't know the difference between the reality, or it's just the way they think from their head, you know. And from that, you can do bad things to your family. I don't know, you can kill someone, or you can sometimes in really bad situations you can think you know, raping your daughter or something like that, because it happens a lot here in the Philippines in the news, and it's really saddening, it's really bad, you know. So I think if you're having this kind of depression or something, if you're feeling bad, don't let yourself go with that life. Don't turn yourself in the bad direction, and make yourself and make an option and go to drugs, you know, something like that. So anyone else?
This is Khan from Bangladesh. So, ma'am, you say to us exactly about drug addicted. So you just give some advice about like that. Don't take drugs. Just try to omit that or avoid that. That would be better for new generation or something like that. You said, or elaboration about this topic. Is it so? Hello, ma'am.
Now, GY, you're gonna let him know if he understood you.
Exactly.
It's just that the way you pronounce words, I sometimes don't understand. Can you please repeat if it's okay? It's just a simple.
Oh yeah, definitely, it's okay. So you just say to us exactly. Nowadays, you can say you just give some suggestion to people. Drug addicted life is very very growthy for people, and if anyone would be drug addicted, try to just omit that life and just try to just overcome from that life. So you just some advice give the people about the drug addiction. Is it so that you have just spoken?
Oh my God, I'm really sorry. It's I don't know. Can someone please try to
GY.
really hard to understand.
GY. This is not GY. This is not about you understanding. It's a little tricky here, but
yes.
You want others to understand you.
No.
GY, you don't want others to understand you?
No, it's just from what I understand. Khan is trying to say something about what I said, and it's just that
it's not your job to understand Khan.
Okay. So yeah.
If you want, here's the thing. Here, can I speak for a minute?
Yes, sure.
right? When we want to be understood, we need to decide, do we really want to be understood or not? Because sometimes it is work to be understood. And in this case, Khan is working to understand you, and you're working to be understood. And you're not being understood, not in a way that works for you. And so it might be the case here, it's not worth it to be understood in this way. That's okay.
Okay. So
Or you can work with Khan so that he understands you in a way that makes sense to you, and that you can recognize what you're saying in the person who you want to understand you. You don't recognize what you're saying in what Khan is repeating back to you.
yeah, because
because we already know the pronunciation or something about the way he's saying it. It's just, you're missing each other, right? Nobody's doing anything wrong. You're just missing each other. So you need to make a decision. The decision is, they're not getting me. Do I want to spend the energy to get them to speak in a way that makes sense to me? Or do I want to say, no, it's not worth it. I don't need to be understood right now. What do you want to do, GY?
the second option. It's okay.
Okay, over to you, Khan. It's good enough. See, that's what I would call good enough. Khan made an attempt, and you said, oh, he made an attempt. It's not, I don't know what he's talking about, but it's good enough. That's good enough for you. It's good enough for us. Go ahead, Khan.
Well, so exactly drug addiction. I would like to talk about some moot points about this topic. Exactly. I just in my college research, nowadays 98% young generation addicted in drug due to some reason. The first reason, family pressure. The second reason, fall in love with girls and just broke off. And the third reason, environment makes them. So, Playboy is a bad friend, also just make them drug addicted. So, the only some way we can omit that, and that's kind of drug addiction. Like for me, I don't suggest people to making friends in outside. Just make friend in online or make friend in your nearest area, that you just share your point of view, or just try to just people also try to be aware about drug addiction. And I think also family should also govern the children the correct way, or also family need to know about drug addiction, about how it's hamper or defend a family. Or I would like to say one of my friend exactly was drug addicted. He was just fall in love with the girls and just don't know, somehow he just got drug addicted. Now he's right now in a free zone because he drove a car and accident by some Solemn area people, and 2 people had died. So it hampers so many economical side in our country, as well as some family also destroy themselves. So so it's a very, very harm for every people. Anybody else?
Khan, I think you're joining
to summarize me.
I think you're joining the sad subgroup with Aso and Amira. You're bringing that personal experience with your friend, but I think that's what you're doing. Great. I want to invite in the silent subgroup now, people who have not yet spoken at all today. We have 10 minutes to hear from people who have not spoken. Then we'll do 10 minutes of surprises and learnings, and then I'll pass over to Ali Shafak for his class. So large silent subgroup, a lot of people who have not spoken at all: Amans, Hassan, Shifani, Natalia, Umeza, Indalich, Ahmed, Lisa, and many more. Anybody who has not yet spoken want to go?
Yeah, this is Ahmad. I got what all you guys just said recently about drugs and all. The problem that caused I got problems too, like falling in love with a girl a long time ago, and we broke up, and it leads me to depression. And then I kind of had this idea, maybe I heard that drugs make you comfortable, like GY said, and I was trying to take drugs, but then I felt like, I think this is not the right way to release the stress. I should go out, have friends online, like what Khan had suggested in here a while ago, and yeah, that's all. But now I'm good. I don't take drugs. I just feel like it looks like it could make you happy, make your brain happy from depression. But I don't take anything like that, So yeah, that's all.
Thanks, Aman. Anyone else from the silent subgroup?
This is Manoj from India.
Yeah, go ahead, Manoj.
Yeah, I heard so many topics today. Firstly, about urban and rural areas. A lot of people give their opinions about rural or urban. And then topics somewhat changed, somewhat funny events occur when drug addiction topics came here. So I can't say more on anyone, because as a drug addiction, I think it's not a one country problem. It's a problem of all over the world. But I think our society should wake up to think about this modern life, so that we can give time to our children's, that our coming generations. Because who is government? I think we are the government. We have studied in our constitution that we all are the part of government. So we should do our duties, not run behind money. So we have to give maximum, how much time we can give to our family, what our children are doing. So, and society starts from the family. Family, then society is, your surrounded area, your environment, and then we'll move toward the nation. So I think it's a time to wake up, to think about our young generations, to stop them this drug immense all over the world. Thank you. That's me.
This is Ahmed. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Actually, I wanted to speak, but this topic is so interesting. I wanted to join, but I am so tired little bit in this time, because we have a lot of the details related with my job. But about the one topic about the countryside, in the Syria here, we have the bad situation. The war destroyed everything in this country. But I am very annoyed when everybody speaking about your country, about the countryside and something relevant with this your country. And in my country there isn't anything relevant with this topic, but because we have the situation, the war situation. But I am very interesting, so happy to hear a lot of the participants who speaking about your countryside. That's my opinion about the one topic.
Ahmed, you have a mind read that what you would bring about your country is not relevant or valuable here.
Actually, there are a lot of the things is not valuable in my country.
Valuable to who?
For me. Because we have the war situation, I explained that, you know, we don't have anything relevant with the countryside. You know, you move from the city to another city because we searching about the safety and the security life.
Yeah.
And I am little bit annoyed when everybody speaking about the countryside in this country. Maybe that's created for me some annoyed, but that's one challenge to join this topic and discuss with this topic.
Can you talk about your country and be annoyed that your country is not the way you want it to be?
Exactly. Okay, I'm done. Anyone else?
Okay.
Aisha.
Aisha, then Hassan.
Yeah, me first.
What do you think? Sound good,
Okay.
Aisha? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to give some opinion about what is Syria. We speak in just speak about in Syria. Whose name?
Yeah, Ahmed from Syria.
Amer. Yeah, Amer. I'm so sorry. I understand what you're feeling. Because yeah, actually I try to give some something about this topic that Mr. James gave to speak up about this topic about countryside and city, and there is no intention to make you offended or make you feel uncomfortable about this topic, but we just try to speak anything concerning with the topic that we want to discuss. So I myself feel so guilty when I speak about my country that I experience, about the countryside and the city that I live now. I understand how you feel because
Aisha,
yeah.
So you're taking it personally. You're taking it just personally that Ahmed is annoyed. That's kind of what it is to be guilty. You shared about your country and somebody had a reaction to it, and so you're taking it just personally. There's no need to do that. We can each have our own experience, even if they're different in the group. So what I would say to you, Aisha, and anybody who's taking something personally like that, don't talk directly to the person. Talk to the group about what's going on for you. So go ahead, Aisha, okay. Keep going if you want. Just talk to everybody. It's not really about Ahmed.
Yeah, okay. I understand. I just to express my feeling how people can feel if they talk about something that make him uncomfortable about this topic. So yeah,
Aisha. I'm gonna jump in again. May I jump in again?
Yeah, okay.
So what you're saying is Ahmed said that he was annoyed and you had a reaction. You have a feeling about people being annoyed. You might be annoyed yourself. And then if you don't want to be annoyed, you would turn that into kind of like into yourself. It turns into guilt as if you did something wrong, but you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. After Amir said about how he feel after some people talk about this
Yeah.
topic.
How did you, Aisha, when you heard Ahmed say that he was annoyed, how did you feel?
I feel so sad, and I feel that I understand why Ahmed as give such kind of this expressions. I say that this topic is feel that, oh, I wish that I have such kind of this situation, such kind of this place, because the only thing that he needs is about the safety place. There is no
Aisha,
countryside.
slow down.
City.
Slow down. So you feel sad hearing about that. You feel sad hearing about Ahmed being annoyed and about Syria's countryside being destroyed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I know this situation.
Just, slow. It is sad. So let yourself be sad. Aisha,
Okay.
Aisha, I'm going to change directions now. I'm going to start with the surprises and learnings, okay?
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So last 10 minutes, surprise and learnings. It's how we wrap up. We close, kind of review things that were important to us in 6 categories: a surprise, a learning. Let me just finish saying what it is: satisfactions, dissatisfactions, discoveries, next moves. Go ahead, Rahim.
Yeah, I just want to say that in every age of discussion, we shouldn't have taken it personally, like just what you said earlier, and I do agree with that. We have to try to be open-minded and accept from all different kind of perspective. And yeah, it is just an argument. We have to be open-minded. That's all. Yeah.
And is that a learning, a discovery, that it's important to be open-minded? Rahim, is that a discovery for you? Rahim, are you there? You're on mute if you're talking. Maybe we'll hear from Rahim again. Other surprises, learnings.
This is Muhammad from Indonesia.
Muhammad Ishbara, then Richard.
Okay, I have a dissatisfaction about the criteria that we were working on. We were about to find out the criteria for who to speak first, but yeah, we didn't complete it. And my next move for that next meeting, I'll try to, to suggest the topic, to find a good criteria and a convincing one.
Okay.
Okay, anyone else?
Richard?
Yeah, sure. So surprise learning about drugs topic. I haven't taught before. So I just listen to who just eager to speak. That's all.
Great.
Yeah.
Any other surprises, learnings, satisfactions, dissatisfactions, discoveries, next moves?
This is Manoj from India. I am satisfied with the pupils who share their views, sincere pupils and smiling faces. And discovery for me that you always teach the pupil, no problem what level the person has, but you teach accordingly. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Manoj. Other surprises, learnings.
This is Yasin from Morocco. I am satisfied with how people are learning to, sorry, there is some noises here. Okay, I will repeat that. I am satisfied with how people in the group are learning to to listen to each other. And I believe in the saying that said, if you want to become a good speaker, you have to be a good listener first. If you want to speak and others listen to you, you have to listen to them carefully, pay attention to them with kind of respect. And I will repeat a suggestion. Maybe we can consider it as a next move, but I am repeat it every time. The people who are speaking on the group, on the meeting, don't forget to return to the recording on YouTube and yeah, and say the way you spoke and how can you improve more your speaking and what did you say on the meeting. I think you will like it a lot. You will like it a lot.
Is that a next move for you, Yasin, that you would like to do that?
For me?
Yeah. Is that your next move, to listen to the I see some gestures by Nani. I don't know what that means. Maybe we'll find out from Nani, the silent one. But for now, Yasin, is that your next move? Do you want to listen? You see, you said that you say it every time, but I've never heard you say that. So I'm just checking. Is that your next move?
I am doing it already.
Oh, so it's not a next move.
It's not. No, it's not a next move for me. But
so that's what next moves are for. Next moves are for ourselves, based on something that happened here, something we want to do. It's not a suggestion for other people.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Other surprises, learnings.
This is Munmi from India. My dissatisfaction is that lady spoke a lot on drugs, which maybe I felt more than, I mean, she extended things. I mean, it made me boring. And means I guess we should care about the time and give chance to everyone.
Sorry, Moonmi, can I just check? So you were dissatisfied that somebody spoke too long? Who spoke too long? Who spoke too long?
I forgot the name.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would have mentioned.
Okay.
But
somebody
she was saying something valuable. She was saying something valuable, but I think at this moment it is too much, since so many members are here, and that little bit noisy also between two ladies. And another surprise is that surprise about you, that you like to live in a chaotic life. So that's all.
I didn't call it chaotic. I just said noisy and lots of people. But yeah. What about your dissatisfaction? Is there one small thing you would do next time when somebody's talking for too long? What do you want to do so you're not so dissatisfied?
No, I just want that people should think about the time limit.
I know. And I'm asking you a different question. You want other people to think about time. I want you to think about what you're going to do. Do you see the difference? You want to think about what other people are going to do, and I want you to think about what you're going to do when you get dissatisfied, because you can't make people think about time, but you can do something yourself. And I wonder what that might be. And on that, we're going to, we have another minute. We'll take another minute for surprise and learnings. Moonmi, if you have that idea of your next move, let us know, sure, or just think about it.
Maybe I'll take care of I will at least try to maintain that, and also I'll try not to jump second time and finish my everything in one time. And that's all.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Final surprise or learning?
Faisal from Somalia. I was surprised how the ladies speak And I was kind of scared because I wasn't able to speak in. Yeah, that was a surprise to me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it at that. Thank you, everybody. It was good to see you and talk. And I had a great time here today. Passing over to Ali Shafak's class and see you all later myself. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, James.
Bye-bye.
James.
All right. And over to you, Ali Shafak. Take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gray. Hello, everybody. This is Ali Shafak from Afghanistan. I will be with you for 1 hour. So we have a discussion about a topic. The topic is who made you inspire in your life and why. So this is the topic, and we can talk about this, and everybody can say their names and their country. So after that, they can talk about that. So that the people who raise their hands, I think we cannot attention about those people. So just the way that we can talk together is when a student end his or her speak, so other one can jump in and say his or her name and start talking. Thank you. So the topic, do you get the topic, guys?
Where is the topic?
Yeah, the topic is who inspire in the life and why. Yeah, everybody, yeah, you know, everybody will understand I'm talking what about I'm talking. So everybody has in their life the people who inspire us, okay? So maybe we choose that people as our sample in the future. Maybe we follow them, maybe we want to be like him, or maybe they encourage us in our life to be success in the future. So I'm talking about the people who inspire you, or maybe
Yeah, we got the
or maybe in the future. Okay.
yeah, we
Who's
got the
talking?
point. You're talking about the inspirational person, right?
Yeah, the people who inspire you.
Yeah, the people who inspire us, the people who we learn from them in our lives. So I think you're talking about such kind of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got the point. So who are you talking to? Who is on the wall?
Yeah, say your name and start.
I'm Doubting Thomas from Pakistan.
Okay, Doubting, go ahead.
All right, so I'm Doubting Thomas from Pakistan, and now I'm taking this class. A friend of mine shared a link with me, so I joined it. So I want to know about you.
Yeah, I'm Ali Shafak from Afghanistan, and right now we are talking about the topic, okay? Just go ahead, and topic is the people who inspire in the life. Dating, are you there? Dating, can you hear me? So I think he is not with us. Anybody else?
Aisha speaking from Indonesia.
Aisha from Indonesia. Go ahead, Aisha. Welcome.
Yeah, the one who inspired me is my mother. Yes, my mother always gave me such kind of good education, and he always teach me a lot of things that I have to face in my life. So sometimes I can't figure out all this problem in my life due to what my mother taught me. So he is my inspirations person that I ever met in my life. That is my mother, the first one that I love. I love it, and the one that give me more and more experience, beautiful thought, beautiful idea. So she is so, yeah, inspiring me. Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah, the person who inspire you in the life is your mother. Yeah, that's great. And you learn many things from her, and God bless her for you.
Yeah. I mean. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Aman. The person that had inspired me when I was a kid, and I took him as a role model, is my father, because when I was a kid, he got me into this hobby in drawing, sketching, and coloring portrait. He's a very confident person. He's a hardworking person, guy who never gives up until he reached the goal that he has set for himself. So when I was a kid, he inspired me. He draw my face. He draw portrait of my face in front of me. When I was 3 years old, I looked at that portrait he draw, and I was so amazed. And he got me to have into this drawing hobby, and also selling things. He actually owns a business, like something like investment. I don't know what business he did, but I try to be like him, but I fail because he's more. He got more knowledge than me. He went to university where I didn't go to university to have diploma, and I only have my primary school certificate. So that leaves me to not becoming like him. And I still try to follow his step, like I make marketing, sell my own products.
Amon, sorry for interrupting. I have a question for you. I think you said my inspirational person is my father, but I didn't follow him in my steps. I didn't graduate from university, but my father was.
Yes, correct.
What do you think? Well, what's your feeling? You didn't follow him.
He wanted me to study in business school, business course. I felt like I can't do it. I just don't understand that much about the textbooks that they were giving in university. It's the term they use, I'm not familiar. So I said to him, I think I'm going to quit studying this. I want to go study, making games, 3D games. And he said, oh, you can't do, you can't. Where are you going to get money? The business course is more cheaper than the art, And I said to him, I wanted to go there, but then you find your own money to pay the whole year, whole year fees, which is expensive. And then that leads me to not studying anything. So it leaves me with only a certificate from high school only, where he got like diploma and degree. I got nothing, but I still try to follow him up, like the way he consult people to get, well, customer, how to get his income, how he did. I try to follow a bit, even though I don't have knowledge like him. Yeah, so that's my story. Yeah, that's my story. Anyone
Okay,
else?
thank you, everyone. Thank you.
This is Ahmed. So for me,
Yeah, welcome, Ahmed. Go ahead.
welcome. I'm consider my mother everything in my life because we have the effort for me for the teaching, for learning something else, and everything in my private life. Uh, Basically, uh, everything in your life have the mother, because without your mother, like you have anybody have the mother and the father, but my private opinion, I think the mother consider is important from father, because we have the something, how can explain that, have the something is different, uh, for teaching, for learning anything in your life, you can catch from your mother, not from your father. Maybe your father every day go to work, when you be your young, you stay with your mother, and your mother uh, teaching everything, I think my expression about my mother, I am very relevant with my mother. uh, I don't remember any day when I don't see that my mother, I feeling with annoyed, so that's my my expressions about my mother.
Yeah, thank you, Ahmed. Yeah, absolutely. Mother and father bear lots of pain for their children. So just we can give both of them the equal right, and they are both of them yeah, bear lots of pain for growing children. So yeah, but yeah, according you said, you're an inspiring person is your mother, and you learn a lot from your mother, and everybody learn more than father from mother. So it's absolutely true. Thank you. You finished?
Yes. Anyone else?
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else?
Hello, I'm GY from the Philippines.
Hello, GY. Welcome. Go ahead.
Okay. My inspiration is she's a YouTuber, a vlogger. Her name is Aliana Ross, and she is a graphic designer, and um she recently graduated her course in college here in the Philippines, and uh she's my inspiration because um whenever I watch her videos, I can see her editing designs for her clients, and she create to-do lists to finish her task for the whole day. And when I watch her videos, like every time I after I wake up, I feel the inspiration of to do the same thing, and to be more creative, to because I'm also a graphic designer, and to also finish all my tasks for the day. So yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, JY. Thank you. for sharing. Hello, Tayar.
Yeah, this is Tayar. My inspiration is my.
Tayar from? Sorry,
I'm
Tayar.
from
Tayar
Azerbaijan.
from Azerbaijan. Go ahead, Tayar.
Yeah, my inspiration is my parents. Actually, both my mom and my dad teach me a lot of things in my life. And actually, my father suggests me if you study at university, you will have a better life. And this is the university is a great chance for you. And I usually follow my father's advice, but sometimes I don't as well. Because suggests me if you study computer sciences, you would be you would be a good engineer in the future. However, I didn't follow my father and I studied finance and now I graduate from university. And my second inspiration is Shahriar Mamadyarov, who is the best chess player in the world. When I was a child, I wanted to be a chess player, and therefore I was fan of this person. Both my parents and Shahriar Mamadyarov inspired me in my life.
Yeah,
Anyone
thank you.
else?
What was his name? The chess player?
Shahriar Mamadyarov.
Tayar Mamadyarov?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Tayar. Do you finish?
Yes, I am done. Anyone else?
This is Hassan from Turkey.
Yeah, welcome, Hassan. Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, I think the question is not about how much we love our parents. The question is about who inspired us. So there have been many people who have inspired me so far, but there is someone that impressed me most when I read this story. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger's life story. To want
Maybe
something
that
very
person was our parents, Hassan.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that person that you talking about, maybe that person was our mother or our father.
Yeah, okay. You know, for example, I cannot say the same for my parents, but it doesn't mean that I don't love them. So my father was a farmer, and he is still farmer. When I was a child, I just wanted to be a rich guy. So in this case, my father couldn't be my role model or the guy
Yeah.
who
Absolutely.
I could be inspired. Okay, so in
Yeah.
this case, yeah, as I mentioned before, there have been many people who have inspired me so far because I like reading so much. But there is someone that impressed me most, and it was Arnold Schwarzenegger's life story. To want something very much, to be patient, to chase our dreams, to work harder, and finally to succeed. You can see all these steps in his life story. You know, as you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger was born in Austria in a small village in the post World War II era, and he was not happy at all where he lived. One day, while going to school, he saw skyscrapers, wide roads, and huge bridges in America in a picture. And at that time, he understood that, or he realized that he wanted to live there. You know, when he compared those structure with the place where he lived. And while again going to school, he saw a photo of a famous bodybuilder on the coverage of a magazine. And I couldn't remember the name of the person that he saw in the picture right now, but he was a bodybuilder, and he was maybe he was the a champion of universe or something like this, Mr. Universe, or I'm not sure. And you know, when he saw that photo, he made his decision. He decided to be like that man and started working. He set his mind to be rich and famous, just like you. And while he was serving in Australian army, he won Mr. Europe as a bodybuilder, and then he went to London and he won the Mr.
Yeah.
Universe competition.
Yeah,
So,
Mr. Hassan.
okay, hold on, brother. And then he wanted to be an actor, and he achieved. Then he wanted to be a governor, and as you know, he ran for governor of California, and he won the election as well. His constantly rising graphic, and his passion, and his pursuit of dreams and making them come true, you know, have always inspired me. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Hassan. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else?
This is Indalech from Ethiopia. Finally,
Welcome
I
in.
talk. Sorry?
Go ahead, Indalech.
Yeah, as Hassan mentioned, even my history it's very far from my family. I am not participating in their life. I grown up in convent with sisters, but the good things that I have, still I feel that the things that I took from my father, from my mother, the many good value that I have. But for me, who inspired my life was one of the parish priest in Catholic Church. The way how he was living, the way how he's serving, the way how he's dedicating his life for others, especially for person who's need, who is sick, for poor people. So when I was little girl, I heard his preaching in the church, and I wanted to be like him. I wanted to dedicate. I asked my mom, I wanted to be like him. I want to dedicate my life, all my life, to service of church, to service of others. So this person is why he was missionary. He left everything in Italy. He's Italian priest, and he left. He was living. The road was bad. The way how we were living in village, it was very difficult. But he managed to live that. So he has very, how can I say, power to live without possibility, comfortability. So I decided to be like that. And I did it because before coming to Italy, I was living in a very, very far rural area. It's near to Sudan. It was tough place, very risky place. But I managed to live there and to help others, to work with poor people. So that is my suggestion.
Yeah,
thank you for giving me opportunity.
Thank you, Indalech. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, our model role, maybe he or she was our father or our mother or maybe anybody else. The person who inspired in our life, he is our model role, and we will follow in our life his criteria and his we will step by step follow him in our life. Thank you for sharing.
May I say something only about my father and you? It's very interesting to you to know for you because
you already talked about your father.
No, something that interested me. May I say it?
Okay.
Yeah, just one thing that I can remember, and I always remember what my father did. He changed my bad culture, that the culture that we had in our culture that day, there was no possibility for girls to go to school. That was forbidden for girls to go to school. But my father, he managed to send. He died when I was young, but he promised to my mom to send me to school. he said, please send my daughter. I know that I'm going to die. I am sick, but I will. He asked this thing for my mom. So she sent me to school, and it was very frustrated for her sending girl to school. Many people were saying something bad to her because she broke the law, the bad culture. So my father, he was very strong person, and I remember this very good thing. So because of him, I went to school. Otherwise, I remained like other girl there, married.
Yeah.
I finished. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else?
Just I'm sweating because I talked about my father.
Yeah.
Hello, Ali. What's the topic is
Hello,
about?
Yasin. Topic is about the person who inspired in the life. Why he inspired in the life, and who is the person who inspired in the life?
Thank you. I leave the turn to the other prayer. After them, I will join you.
Okay. Anybody else?
This
Hi,
is
Ali.
Manoj from India.
Hi. Who is speaking? Sorry.
Manoj
It's
from India.
talking Thomas and someone else.
Manoj. Go ahead, Manoj.
Yeah. As per the question that the person who inspired you lot. So here in my case, I can say that I can't forget my parents because they played a major role in my life. But I can say that I inspired not from one person, because when I was in my teen age, at that time in the society in which I was living, there are a lot of pupils, rich and middle and then poor families. So I was in bit confused what I have to do, what I should not be do. But I was little afraid in the society. So the society in which I grown up, I learned things how to face your life when any challenge comes in your way. So that I determined myself for that way. But when I was in my college, so I inspired my teachers as well as other teacher also. But one of the teachers who realized me that you have a potential more than the problems surrounds you. So I will give more credit to my teachers, because they make me confident as well as realize me that you have a potential more than the problems surrounds you. So from that lines I have made in my mind, and I always go forward. So that's me about my the persons inspired me a lot in my life. So I finished. That's me.
Thank you, Manoj.
Thank
Anybody
you.
else?
Hi, Ali.
Anybody
It's
else?
Dr. once again.
Dr. Thomas.
Yeah, so how are you doing? I got unmuted for some reason. I had
Thank
words with you, but I got unmuted for some reason.
Sorry, Dr.
I said I had words with you earlier, but I got unmuted for some reason. So now I'm here and I want to share my notions.
So yeah, Dr. You know about the topic?
Yeah, I know. It's about our inspirational person in our life.
Okay. Do you want to talk about the topic?
Yeah, I want to talk about it, but I have some question for you.
Okay. Ask me.
All right. So many people share their notion about their inspirational person, but we didn't hear you. Like, you didn't share your story with us. So first of all, I want you to share your story with us.
Yeah, I will share my story at the end. Okay, it's time to share your story. Okay.
All right, so I'm say about it like it is a life, so we have some different kinds of things in our lives, ups and downs, different kinds of difficulties, hardships, and we have to face some different kinds of things in our lives. So I think we are going to say, everybody says that I have this person as my inspirational person, I have this and I have this. Like, this is a life, so we will have to follow different people and different fields. Like, if this is a teaching, I will have to follow my teacher. If this is kind of a religious thing, I will have to follow a religious person. If this is a kind of like a medical field, so I'll have to follow a person who is an expert in a medical field. So I think we shouldn't follow one person in our life. Like, we'll have to follow some different people in different fields. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. But sometimes we have one model rule that we love all the activities that he or she doing. So we want to follow him or her in our life. So we cannot follow all the people. You know, all the people around the world. We have lots of good people, lots of inspiring people that they are living in the world. But unfortunately, we cannot follow all of them. We cannot be like all of them. So just we choose a person, or maybe 2% or 3%, or maybe more than that we follow them in our life.
All right. Like, if this is if we are talking about a religious person, so we have our role model like the Prophet, peace be upon him, and first of all we should follow him. But I'm not gonna talk about it. Yeah.
Maybe the people who are religious, it will be our model rule, or maybe our one of our relatives, maybe one of our friends, maybe one of the big leaders around the world, maybe one scientist. It's possible.
Exactly. So when it is the point of learning a language, so I just recently listened to a person. She was a girl, like she could speak even 12 or 13 languages. She runs a channel on YouTube with the name of Polyglot Stories. She could speak 12 or 13 languages. So I think if it is about learning a language, so I think I should follow her because she could speak 13 languages, and I was really inspired by her, and I'm listening to her right now, and I learned from her a lot.
She is talking about 15 languages, and you want to be like her, okay?
Yeah, I want to say that.
Okay, so you're following her or not during these days? You're practicing English, and how many languages you're working on?
Yeah, I think I'm now try to learn 3 languages, like it is English, Turkish, and Persian. I'm still working on that, and apart from that, I can speak 2 or 3 languages, 2 or 3 other languages. Okay. So I'm trying to follow her in this field, and she could speak fluently all these languages. So
okay.
All right. So this was for me.
This is Ahmed.
Okay.
So
Ahmed, hold on, Ahmed, a second. I think he didn't finish.
Okay.
If he wanna share his notions, so I think he should speak first. I can talk another time.
Okay, that thing. Say anybody else.
All right.
Okay. This is Ahmed. So
okay, go ahead, Ahmed.
That's my vision. Maybe when you see your father and see your mother, the consider is the successful person. You know, you see your parents is considered the successful person. When you follow your father and your mother, that is not wrong. Why? Actually, your father have that basically in your culture, and your mother have that basically in your culture. You know, when I was the young, I catch this culture from my mother and from my father. So like when you see your father every day go to working for you, you catch this culture, you know, and you see your mother struggle for you, you catch this culture, you know. I think the okay, do you hear me, Ali?
Yeah, I hear you, but unfortunately, I think I have facing with some poor connection in here.
Okay.
So I want to off my video. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, don't worry. So I think when you catch this culture from your father and your mother, that's a building for you. You try to construction yourself because you have the father is considered successful person and you see your mother consider the successful woman, you know. And when you catch this culture at the future, you consider yourself the successful person. Uh, that's my vision, you know. I think that is not wrong. Why? When you wanted to follow your father, when you wanted to work, and when you executive anything, that is not wrong. When you follow your mother, when you want to work anything, you know, like at the future to be your father, you know, and you teach your kids all the wise when you have that basically in your culture. I think that's keep going in your life. That's considered the culture on the all the world, in the Syria, in the Afghanistan, in the United States, in the Indonesia. That's considered the culture. Without your father, without your mother, you cannot complete your life because that's considered the basically for the instruction anything in your life. That's my vision, you know. I believe my vision actually.
Yeah, you are absolutely right, Ahmed. Yeah, as I said before, the person who we choose as a model role for us in our life, he or she may be our father or our mother or anybody else, because when we saw them or saw him or her, we love all the activities that they are doing because of their activities, because of their performance, because of their doing. We chose them as our model role in our life. So it's a normal thing that we choose our mother or our father as our model role. So it's not wrong. Yeah, it's not wrong, and anybody can choose their model role, his father or
Yes,
his,
this is
his
Fatima.
mother. Yeah, who is
This is
speaking?
Fatima from Iran.
Yeah,
This is Fatima
Fatima,
from Iran.
welcome. Welcome, Fatima. Go ahead.
Okay, I agree with Ahmed 100%. And I believe that for me, I love my parents, but they cannot inspire me the way I want to live. For many
Fatima?
reasons, I don't want to
Fatima,
go to details.
Sorry, Fatima, for interrupting. Can you summarize the Ahmed at first? Okay.
Sure. Ahmed, I think you said that if we stick to our parents as a role model, maybe we cannot get through our dream life or whatever we want. Maybe they cannot be our model, our role model, or maybe they can't inspire us, and we need to have a new mindset for ourselves and find our new way. Am I right or not, Ahmed?
Exactly. You're right, 100%.
Yes, and I agree with you in this case. And for me, maybe I'm not.
Fatima, I think there's many misunderstanding. So I think Ahmed was agreed that we can choose our father or our mother as our model role, and they can be our inspiring people. They can be an inspiring person for us. So I think you said, Ahmad said that our father and our mother, rather than we love them, so they cannot be our, maybe they cannot be our inspiring person.
Yes, this is what I got from Ahmed. Is it right, Ahmed, or not?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. And for me, maybe
for a second, hold on. Fatima is speaking. After Fatima, you can talk.
Okay. I don't have a single person in my life as a role model, but every day for me is I receiving an inspiration from someone. Maybe here in this group, James as a teacher is my inspiration for something new that I'm learning, or the other friend like Munmi or other friends, anyone here. And maybe when I'm reading a book, for example, when I'm reading Plato, apologize, Socrates for me is inspire me too much to live like him. And maybe when I'm listening to a lecture, to a presentation, the speaker inspire me too much, or a writer. So maybe he is alive now, or maybe he died. Yeah. So sometimes one of my students inspire me by doing a special action in class. Sometimes my daughter, who is just 9 years, inspire me, and I surprise, and I put him or her as a role model for me, and I really inspired by them. And the other thing is my mistake in life and my experience. I'm inspired by my mistake and my experience in life more than anyone else. I can say I'm inspired by myself, by my past life, and I noticed that how much problem I faced and how I could pass it successfully and started a new life, a new vision for life. I'm inspired by myself. This is what I can say about inspiration in life. Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you,
Yeah,
Fatima.
so I want to give my comment. As you talked about after my parents.
Hold on.
I have one of my friends. His name is. This is Jur.
From
Gazis.
Sorry, I couldn't catch.
From Afghanistan.
George from Afghanistan. You're my
yes.
countryman. Okay, go ahead, George.
Yeah, I think your topic was who we are able in. So after my father and after my mother, I have lived with. But when I sometimes and yeah, so that's also my once is when I prepare them to I like my father too. But sometimes when I get angry from them, so most of the
George,
okay, yes.
okay. Do you know about the topic? Topic is the person who inspires you in the life. Yeah, you can talk about the person who inspires you in the life. Maybe he or she is your father or your mother. Maybe he or she is another person in the society.
Yeah, I know the
Anybody else?
question, but when I say to you, my mother and father, they are my parents. I love
Yeah,
them to
your
eat, yeah.
parents are
Yeah,
your model role in the life. Am I right?
So sorry, could you please
George,
repeat
yeah,
again?
let me summarize you. You said my father and my mother is my inspiration persons. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so when I was born, I was only when I came. So I like Hassan in Turkey. He's smoking. I love you, man.
George,
Wallah, you are my
just
brother.
talk about the topic.
Okay, sorry. So as I told you, I love my parents, but sometimes when I get angry, so I'm going outside, behind the wall and smoking like Mr. Hassan.
Okay.
Smoking.
George, do you hear me? Please, just a minute, please. George, are you Khoshnaud?
Yes, Mister. Yes. What?
Are you Khoshnaud? Why change your name and you speak you are from Afghanistan? Why?
So it's not your problem. If I change my name, if I say somewhere, what's your problem? Okay, so I know you are going to remove. Just 1 minute. Be like a man. You are going to remove me now. I know, but it's not your problem. My name is Jude. My name is Khoshna. My name is Akil. My name
Hey,
is.
George,
What's your problem?
hold on, please. It was a question. It was a question.
No. Just wait,
Hold
Ali.
on.
Ali, just wait. Okay, Mr. Ahmed. So what's your problem? My name is Jude. My name is Khoshna. My name is Karamash.
George,
What's your problem?
here is not the place that you're going
Just
to fight
wait,
with
please.
somebody,
No,
okay?
I want to know the reason. If I'm from on Mars, from Moon, from your country, what's the problem?
Take it easy, man. It's not about fighting.
Okay, just
We
wait.
all
Let's
have
speak like a man. Just wait, Ahmed.
Ahmed, may I say something? Brother, you should be careful while you are speaking. Because this, hold on, Guido.
No,
hold
it's
on,
not a problem.
everybody.
This meeting is recorded,
When
brother.
you change your name, what's the problem? I am what do you mean?
This meeting is recorded, brother. So you shouldn't
Okay,
be
so I know
that
it's your
emotional
name.
or
It's no
sensitive.
problem for me.
They didn't ask you any questions on a bad purpose.
Okay, but they
You shouldn't get
ask like
angry.
that I am doing.
I think you should respect them.
Don't.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Let's go on the topic. Let's go on the topic and continue our speaking about the topic. Okay. Anybody else?
Yes, me.
Ali, I have a question.
Your time is finished. Captain Thomas, go ahead. Just talk about the topic. Just talk about the topic. Nothing else.
Yeah, all right. All right, Ali, it's Doubting Thomas again. So I have a question from Hassan from Turkey.
Yeah, it's not the time that we're asking questions, okay? Just we can ask the question at the end.
It's related to the topic.
It's related to the topic. At the time Hassan was
Remove this person, please.
Mute me.
I think it's better to.
Ahmad,
Sorry.
Ahmad, can you remove him from the group, please?
As your teacher, do you wanted to remove him? Okay.
Yeah, I want to remove him because he's not respect to the students and the all member of the group. Unfortunately, it's my.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, Doctor, you're there?
Whose turn is it?
Who is speaking? Just
This
say
is
your name.
Yasin. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
it's,
go ahead, Yasin.
Thank you for having me and giving me a chance to talk. As the question was, who is the inspiring and the inspiration in your life? Maybe it's better to summarize the previous friends here, if you like. Can Ahmed, for example, said about the family could be love and maybe they can be role model for inspiration or maybe not. And I guess Fatima was talking about that everyone else, maybe more than one person, can be inspirational. Even some person like children, for example, for her child was a role model. And of course, Hassan was the role model for smoking for other people. Yeah, that was my. And I have to thank you all. Yes.
Can I have a suggestion for all the people who are talking? Just talk about the topic and don't mention
Yes, I was
anybody.
talking about the topic. Yeah, I was summarizing
don't
before
mention
person.
anybody that he is smoking or he is
Okay,
like
okay.
this.
Sorry for saying that.
Don't mention that. Okay,
Okay,
thank
yeah.
you. Go ahead.
Correct. And furthermore, about the inspiration, as other people said, that it would be many role model, many people to be role model for inspiration. I guess everyone can teach us about inspiration, even the not living person. For example, trees. If you cut a tree, for example, and put it aside, you can see the tree will growing up even without the roots. And it is a root of inspiration for people. And even if you are cut down, you have to do what you have to do. You have to grow, even you're cut from the roots. And it's very inspiring for me. But the inspiration is not enough. For example, you have inspiration and you don't have any goal. Even you have to, for example, some idiot person, I'm sorry for saying that, you inspire some idiot person, you have inspired idiot. But when you don't have goal, inspiration is nothing, just a momentum for going somewhere. Without goal, it is like going to the everywhere and end up to nowhere. Without goal and meaning, inspiration is nothing. Just like fuel, you pump the fuel into the tank of the car and you go nowhere. This is my opinion. Thanks for hearing and listening to me.
Thank you, Yasin. Thank you for your for sharing your idea about the person who inspired you. Anybody else?
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Say
Okay,
your
thank you.
name and your country name and go ahead.
Good evening from my side. I'm from Indonesia.
What's your name, please?
Sorry?
Hello, I'm Ria from Indonesia. My question is,
Ria, hold on, Ria. We are talking with another person. He is first. After after him, you can talk. Okay. Okay. Hold on.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. And
okay, go ahead.
Okay, the question is about who is your inspiration, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you very much. And I can say that my mom, my wife, my kids, they are my inspiration. My inspiration. So that's why I always work hard for them every single day. When even I'm in sorrow or joy times, so I can do everything for them in my life because they are only my happiness, and I'm really happy to have them in my life, and uh, I love to spend a lot of my time with them. I think that's from my side. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you. I think Hassan from Turkey has a question or maybe want to say something. He raised his hand. Go ahead, Hassan.
Okay, this is Hassan from Turkey. Guido, brother, I just want to say something, Guido. When you say that, okay, my kids and my family is
Hassan, do you have any question from Guido? Ask your question.
Okay, but okay. I'm going to ask, but you don't let me to ask my question. This is the problem here.
Yeah, I let you, but you are explaining something, I think.
Yeah, because he is my close friend, and probably he is confusing the meaning of these two concepts. And although you don't want to correct him, okay, he cannot be inspired by his kids. This is not a motivation source, okay? You can inspire from someone who is doing something better. You are the leader in this meeting, and also you don't know the difference between these two concepts. Okay, enough?
Hassan,
okay, enough?
You get upset? You get upset?
Okay, brother. If you want to play with me, you should be as smart as I am, okay? You don't know the difference between two concepts,
Hassan,
two words.
Hassan, hold on a second. Here is a beginner class. We are just practicing English in here.
Okay, if you don't correct him, how can he learn?
Maybe the people are talking about their inspirational persons.
Okay, then can you tell me how can you be, okay, can you tell me?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me
maybe
how you can inspire your kids?
With their
Tell me,
parents.
just answer this question, okay?
Yeah.
Tell me how you can inspire your kids. How? Tell me this. That's it. This is my simple question to you. We are not talking about motivation sources. We are talking about inspiring.
Maybe the child get a good number in the school. Maybe she or he is trying a lot.
Yeah, but you know, it is too late for him to go to school right now. You don't know the meaning. Okay. Anyway,
Ali,
go ahead.
I want to say something, please. Let me say something. I want to say something to Hassan.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Hassan. I'm gonna talk about the thing like a child can be an inspirational source for his father. Like, all right, I'm gonna explain it. Like, there is a father who is so rude, who is so cruel, and who is so rude to everyone in his life, throughout his life. Like, he have a children in his life, like a baby, and he has his son, and his son is so polite, and he talks to other politely, and whenever his father sees him, his father thinks like, wow, he's doing amazing. I have been spending my life in such a rude way, so I think he can follow his children in this way. Like, you're getting the point.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Thomas. So hold on, Ahmed. I'm going to give a simple answer. Then everything will be more clear. Okay. Thomas. For example, I'm a father. You know, I have two sons. So
yeah.
Okay. For example, whenever faced with problems, and if I'm really in trouble, and at that time, if I don't have any idea to overcome that
Yeah.
trouble. Also, I go next to my son and hug them, because when I hug them, I feel myself stronger. But this is my motivational results. Okay, this is not my
All right.
inspiration.
So
Inspiration
what's the
means
difference?
something. Okay, something. Someone do something much better than much more better than you did. So you amuse him. That you amuse that guy, and you lead your life as the way he went. Okay,
Hassan,
this is
I
the
have a
meaning
question
of
for you.
inspire.
Hassan, I have
Nobody
a
knows
question
the
for you.
difference
Do you
between
push
these two
us?
concepts.
All
Do you
right.
push
All right.
us to be agree with you, Hassan? Do you push us to be agree with you?
Okay, you still don't understand what I said, but I hope Thomas understood what I mean. I just explained the difference between
Hassan,
motivation and inspiration.
I think you are speaking so rude, and it's not polite. Just we are here to speak politely together, okay?
Excuse me, guys.
Go ahead.
Can I know what is this? What is the subject, so that we can, interact with you?
Actually,
Okay.
Mr. Ali, do you wanted to say something? I think we finished the call now, because we finished the 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you wanted to pass
Sorry,
over to another time?
Yeah, I was talking. Yeah.
Okay, don't.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Hassan. Thank you.
You didn't
the
share your story
participants.
with us.
And
So,
Ali
I
Shafak,
think we
if I
don't
broke
have-
your heart, so sorry. Okay, just because of my style, so sorry. I didn't want to break your heart.
Hassan, just I want to say
No,
something to you, that you are trying to push us to be agree with you. I think it's not a good
Okay,
way of thinking.
Guido is
We are
my close
facing
friend.
this kind of thinking in our country right now. The people who came there and they are ruling our country, they are pushing the people to be agree with them in every aspect of their lives. So I think it's not a good idea. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own. Maybe it was wrong. Maybe it was true. So we cannot push them to be agree with us.
Exactly.
Do you agree with me?
Exactly.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, Guido, how old are your kids? How old are your kids?
How old? Okay, 12, 8, and 5.
What are you doing now? They are going to school, right? So they are students, right? What
Sorry,
they did.
Hassan. We don't have enough time
You
for
don't let me
this
to
right now.
explain what I
That
want
time
to
is
say.
over. That time is
Let
over.
him speak. Let him
Hassan.
speak. Let him
Anyway.
speak,
Okay.
please.
Guys,
Okay, time is over. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ahmed, for hosting the meeting.
I think that's considered an interesting topic. You can keep going in this topic another day. I think maybe the tomorrow we created a breakout room and I discuss with this topic, because that's considered is an interesting topic.
Yeah, we will talk about this.
Okay, don't worry. This is
Can we
fair.
extend? Can we extend this class for more, like 20 minutes or 30 minutes? I just joined and I'm feeling excited to join you guys, but so far I don't know exactly what's the subject. This is my second time to ask.
I think
I don't have any problem if Ahmed is hosting this meeting.
Okay, guys.
What do you think, Ahmed, about the
Mr. James says no, I guess.
Okay.
No.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's consider interesting topic. You can discuss another time. Thank you, Mr. Ali. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Hassan. Thank you, Mr. James. I think he hear it. And then Nani. Thank you, everybody. Now I stop the live stream. Thank you so much. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Thank you.